Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Incoming here on the Psychosin Project channel on YouTube. Today I'm going to be reviewing the upcoming debut EP by Sepulchral Curse called A Birth in Death. Who is Sepulchral Curse? Well, as always, let me tell you. Sepulchral Curse began forming in early 2013 as a few tracks, riffs and ideas, still without an actual lineup, but the vision was clear: to create death metal in the vein of elder statesmen of the genre, while pushing and exploring the boundaries of a backbone lineup of drums, vocals, a guitar and a bass. During the spring of 2014, the band entered the studio to record their debut EP titled A Birth in Death, which is what I'm going to be reviewing for you today. It's going to be released by Greek House and Hell Productions during August. 4 songs of hellish and raw death metal fury. The band currently consists of, and I'm going to apologise if I pronounce any of these wrong, Kari Kankampa on vocals, Jarkko Rahimaki on guitars, Tommy Ilmanen on drums, and Nilas Nisila on bass. Again, I apologise if I pronounced any of your names wrong. The first track on the EP is called Sepulchral Curse, funny enough. Now this starts with a high-pitched guitar note, then pounding drums and thrashy style riffs. Very low vocals join in the vein of To Be Mutilated era Cannibal Corpse. The vocals are becoming more of another instrument than anything else. The riff then breaks down to a mid-pace, adding variety to the song before going straight back into the insanely fast-paced riffing. We also get backing screams adding to the frontman's low growls, bringing a touch of napalm death to the sound. At the 2-minute mark we get a guitar solo coming in the background, to then take centre stage at the 2.5-minute mark, showing the superb talent of the guitarists. The song ups in intensity for the last 30 seconds, then comes to a sudden end. Up next is Demonic Pestilence. Now this starts with pounding drums and an insanely Slayer speed style riff. The vocals come in and the riff slows down a touch and becomes more catchy and, for want of a better word, a little more bouncy. We are then back to the insanely fast riffing from before. Halfway through, the backing screams are almost black metal vocals join in the song as well. We then slow down to a more mid-paced groove and then into a great chuggy riff. We then return to the fast riffing again at the 2-minute 30 mark. The song enters a fast grooving riff and an almost stop-start riff for the last 30 seconds, then fades to end after some pounding drums. Track number 3 is Infernal Pyres. Now this starts with a cymbal count in, then a chaotic as hell riff takes over. We then slow right down to a slow riff when the vocals join, adding another layer to the heaviness. The lead vocals are once again joined by occasional black metal screams from the background. This leads us to a chugging, almost black metal style riff. At the 2-minute mark we get a superb technical guitar solo come in to help break up the punishing pace of the song before the vocals come back in. For the last minute of the song we're into a slightly black metal tinged thrashy riff, which brings the song to an end with a fade out. The final track on the EP is Torn to Shreds. Now this starts with another superbly chaotic fast riff and growl from the lead vocalist. We then slow down a bit to a nice chuggy groove riff before back to the high speed thrash when the vocals join in. The lead vocals are again joined by the anguished screams from the backing vocalist to add more punishing sounds to the song. We then go into a ridiculously high speed guitar solo which could rival anything from Megadeth's classic Rust in Peace album. We then return to a mid-paced groove riff for a bit before back to the high-speed thrashing chaos from before. A nice groovy riff then takes us through to a sudden ending. With a great choice of riffs over technicality and superb mixing of low vocals and high-end screams from both vocalists, along with touches of black metal to their riffs, Sepulchral Curse, if I'm even saying that right, are on to a winner with this EP for me personally. Although some might find it a little bit tad too generic, considering how the genre has been with bands like Bloodbath coming back to this sort of more simpler style of death metal, it's one that I would recommend you check out for yourself, because personally I enjoyed it a lot. Anyway, I have been Psychosin. This has been another edition of Incoming. I want to thank you very much for joining me. Feel free to support the show just by going to that link there, donate some money, become my patron, As I said, hopefully in the last video, hopefully helped me get some better sort of recording equipment than a dodgy webcam. Anyway, I will see you next time.